Okay, welcome to the video. This is how to Trippy Spin. Not that I'm really in a position in FPV to tell anyone how to do anything, but I have had a few comments about my Trippy Spins, so I thought I would have a tutorial on how to Trippy Spin, considering I can't get out today. So yeah, let's make some content instead. All right, so I am in a map that I've built in Velocitron, and the reason why I've chosen this is because it's got a good object to learn how to trippy with. So basically I've got a post here that I have just enlarged. It's just a race post for a racetrack. I've just flipped it on its head, made it really tall, and increased the width and depth of it as well, just so we've got something interesting going on at the top that we can use for reference if the main pole for some reason falls outside of the field of view. But yeah, so you want something similar, like a tall tree is good. Anything which has got some stuff sticking out the top basically is going to be a good thing to use. And then yeah, obviously something which is tall, so you've got a lot of altitude to play with, which is going to be important if you're learning how to Trippy Spin. All right, so off the bat, what do I really want to say? I want to say that you've got a couple of different ways to enter a Trippy Spin. So you've got either you've got the roll into it, so you can roll into it, or you can almost like French kiss into it. So there's a move called a French kiss where you kind of just come around the pole, so you can kind of come halfway and then adjust and bring yourself into the Trippy Spin. That also works. I rarely do that, as you could probably tell by that little example. It wasn't the best. I normally roll in. Another thing that's worth noting is that you can have sticks in or sticks out. I learned sticks out first, learned sticks in after that. Both do the same thing, just rotate different ways, essentially. So for sticks out, you want to have your roll stick out and your yaw stick out. That's why it's called sticks out. You can see at the bottom there what I'm doing with it. And you want to use both of them roughly at the same time. All right. Sticks in, very similar. Roll and yaw into it. And then, yeah, there we go. You'll probably notice there that there wasn't an awful lot of difference between the movement of the sticks, of me getting into the move and then stabilising it. Relatively similar. And once I'm in it, the sticks hardly move at all. That's what you want. If you want it to be nice and locked, then ideally they won't be moving at all. Just sticking on that for a minute. The roll is mostly important for how close you are, proximity-wise, to the centre. And typically, the closer you are, I find that your throttle tends to increase, or it seems to anyway. That might be rubbish, actually, thinking about it. But the reason why I'm mentioning roll is because if you find yourself getting a bit as if the spin's becoming a bit inconsistent, or it's not as in control as you'd like, or you find yourself drifting towards the pole or away from the pole, pay attention to what you're doing with the roll. I'm going to have quite an extreme example here. I'm going to just center while I'm spinning, I'm going to center the roll. Off I go. All right, so that is a really extreme example of what I just very briefly there, as I was trying to stabilize myself, centered the roll to bring myself, or bring the center of the pole in. So just get to grips with the roll and how it can help you stabilize your Trippy Spin, because it's really useful. All right, the next thing I want to focus on is altitude. Now, even though you look like you're upside down, obviously you're not. So what you want to do is, if you want to climb, bring your pitch stick up. And if you want to fall, then relax your pitch stick. Okay? So, right here, I should probably fall just a little bit, so like a good example. But if I want to climb now, I'm just going to push my pitch stick up a bit, and I'll climb to the top. Too high, so I'm just going to relax my pitch. Slow down a bit, and then I'll fall. So yeah, it's just something to pay attention to. If your altitude isn't consistent, you can, if you see yourself falling towards the floor, then just pay attention to your pitch, bring it up slightly. Don't yank it, because you're just gonna roll. You're gonna flip over. You don't want that. But yeah, subtle movements are key, as with all of this. And yeah. All right, the next thing that I want to have a look at is rewinds. So the rewind, get into it as normal, obviously get it locked. And then to rewind, you really want to over-roll, just for a split second, to set yourself up for switching the sticks. So if you pay attention to my sticks, you'll see that I'll over-roll and then bang. Oh, not the best example. But it just kind of sets me up to rewind. Have the little pop. All right. There we go. And that is our Trippy Spin. Hopefully, that's been helpful. If you've got any questions, then please do just leave them in the comments. And if I can help, then I will. But yeah, hopefully that video will help you out. And you can be tripping like a pro in no time. I say like a pro. I'm not a pro. But yeah, some people like the trippies. So there you go. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Hope this helps. Take it easy.